Hi, today I want to show you how you can use Adobe Express to edit your videos. A lot of people don't realize that with Adobe Express, you can actually use it to create amazing looking videos. And for most people, this is all they need to edit their videos. You can be doing your trimming, your splitting, adding audio, transitions, text, and then you can export it in high def. The great part about this is you can use it for free. So today I want to show you how to use Adobe Express to edit your videos. Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to Teachers Tech. Thanks for dropping by here today. I'm really excited about showing you this Adobe Express and editing videos, but also I want you to see all the things that Adobe Express can do, but I can't put it all in this video. So make sure you stay tuned for more Adobe Express videos. Like I said, you can get this for free. I do have an account, but I'm going to create a free one to show you how this is done. So first of all, I'll put the link down below in the description so you can get to the page where I am. And all we have to do is go up to the right-hand corner and sign up. I'm just going to be using a demo account to show you how quickly this can be done. So I'm going to continue, confirm, and it's going to just go in from there and I'll be ready to go. So I'm all logged in here and you can see you have so many different options to get creative in. What do you want to make today? Well, we're focused on this right here, the video. So I'm just selecting this and it's going to give me some ideas where to start. I do want to point out one thing. Look at this over here, generative AI. I'll do a different video on this. This is connected with Firefly. I do have one on that. Some amazing things you can do with text to image and generative AI over there. But for video, as soon as I selected this, notice we have the popular came up. So it's suggesting, do I want to start from a video? So what this means is if I click this, do I have a video on my computer that I could upload and start from? Do I want to start an Instagram reel? Do I want to start a TikTok video, a YouTube video? So I have all these different ways to start right away, and they're going to get making sure that the sizing is correct from there. But you can still change things even if you start from scratch. So today, I'm going to start from this one right here, create from scratch. I could go browse templates, and templates are amazing to use. So what I want to do is start from scratch, and we can still apply templates after. So go ahead and create from scratch here. And I'm just going to give you a little walk around here of what you see. Over on the left, what ones we're going to be using. Notice I said templates, so I could go to templates here, and these are all different templates I could be using, so I could select these. If I go to media, this is where different assets from my different videos, could be pictures, and I can switch back and forth. So I have photo, videos, and audio that I could bring in. The thing I just want to point out, if we're under video, see this crown here? I created a free account here, so what's going to happen is if I try to use that premium one, it won't let me publish or export it. I'd have to upgrade at that point. But if you have a work or school account, make sure you take advantage of that and log in, and then you should be able to access these. But if it's like this one that doesn't have the crown, you can use it. So that's on all the things from the photos, videos, and audio as well. We have our text over here that we can apply very easily. So we can go through and you can see all the nice designs and templates that they already have set up for these that we'll be able to click and drag over. And we have elements that we can add to them. So in this kind of beginner's video about editing video in Adobe Express, we're just going to focus on these 4 things. And when we're all done, we can download it up here. And I do want to point out, so this is the high def that you can download it in. You could go to 4K if you had the premium one. So I just want to point out that. All right, so that's a little walk around of the layout of Adobe Express. Let's go ahead and start adding some video, pictures, and audio. Let's start with the basic video editing inside Adobe Express. Rather than uploading it in my own right now, I'm just going to use some of theirs that they have. So under videos, I'm going to do a search and I'm going to type in, actually I'm going to go with baby animals here. So we have baby animals. Remember which ones are the premium if you're on the free account. I can see how long they are. I'm going to take, let's say the draft right here. If I just click on it, it will go into this spot right here. So watch, if I click on it, it puts it into here. If I go Control Z or Command Z on the Mac, it undoes that last step. I can also drag it in and it will place it in as well. Notice, and I'm going to come back and talk about this later, take a look at all the options that you see, what you can do with the video right away. They make it so simple to apply these to each clip. But again, I'll come back later and talk about those. With these clips like this, so some things that you might want to do, maybe you just have a clip and you want to trim something or cut something out and be done with it. If you want to do that, to trim a video clip, all you have to do is bring your mouse to the either end and notice how it changes, and I can grab, and now I'm trimming the beginning. I can also do that to the end. So if I hover over, I can trim from the end. So I've made this shorter, but I can always go back to where it was. If I keep dragging it, you can see how I can place it all back. But this is white because the clip is only so long. I've made the scene longer. I could put a different video in, but the clip is still only so many seconds long, unless I change the duration of it. So I'll bring this back, and I could do the same thing on either side to stretch it back to where I had it before. The other thing you might want to do is cut something out of the middle. So if I bring this playhead, I can do this in a couple of different ways. A lot of times I just right click. It will get me to the same place as these three little dots here. So if I click on them, where this is, it's going to split. So if I hit split, notice it made a cut. I wouldn't notice anything if I go ahead and hit play right now. As it goes over that part, I'm not going to see any difference because it's the same video. Now, what I could do, I can do a couple different things. I could change the order of this. I could just drag it around. And remember, if you don't like that, you can go Control Z to put it back or Command Z. The other thing I could do is make another clip somewhere. So if you just want to take something out of the middle, and then this time I'm going to right click and I go split, now I have this chunk in the middle. So I could go to this, click this, and hit delete scene. I could also duplicate here too. So I hit delete. Now I've taken a chunk out of the middle. So you probably notice a slight jump cut this way as it goes through this space here over to the other one like that. But if you were done now, you could just go to download up top. What do you want it to be as? Probably an MP4, and keep it as the highest one, the 1080p here, because if you're on the premium, you could go to 4K, but here you can only do the 1080. And then you hit download and you're all done. Now, you could keep adding more videos and images and audio to this. So if I was going to add another video, I could just have my scene. If I'm selected my scene, I could go and just click. That's a premium one, so I don't want that one. So I'm going to click on the monkey, and it gets added. So maybe I don't want all this one of the monkey. I could go and right click on it, right where I have the playhead, split it. I could go to this one, right click, and delete scene. So now I have a much smaller chunk between. Now, not only videos does this work with, so you can see as I go through one from the drafts, and it will go over to the monkeys here, just like that. I can add photos as well. So if I go to photos, still has the baby animals in the search. I can look for different animals that I want. And then let's say I take these horses. If I click and add the scene, notice where I clicked it. So I clicked it here, it added it as a layer on top. And I can click on this, and notice it's talking about generative fill and everything. This is from the Firefly, but I'm not going to get into that now. I'm going to go undo, because now if I click on the scene that I wanted to be added to, and then go ahead and pick which one I want to add. So if I pick this bunny, it gets placed in here on this scene. So depending on where I want it to get placed. The other way, as I mentioned before, if we drag it over, we can drag the picture, and then it goes into the whole scene like that. So different ways we can bringing these media over. So we have our images, we have videos, we have images that we can bring in. With the pictures, we can make it as long as we want because it's a picture. We can stretch it as long as short as we want. And the other thing you might want to bring in from the media is maybe some audio. So if I go to audio, and I'm not going to have baby animals as the sound, but if let's go to happy. So now they give us some results for happy music. I can preview it. And I could say, okay, I want this. I can click on it. It added down below. So if I was just starting my little video now, I have the drafts, I have a cut that I took out, I have another video, I have some music, and it starts to change things very, very quickly to this. Now, again, if you're all done, you can hit download and you're gonna have a high def video already from doing some basic trimming and adding some audio. But there's still a lot more we can do with editing video with Adobe Express. In today's tutorial, I'm demonstrating from the media that Adobe provides here for most of it. But if you do want to upload your own, whether it be photos, videos, or audio, just click right here, upload from device. So if I go to a folder that I have on my computer, this is a mixture of different things, MP3, JPEG, and even a video here. I could select a few different ones or one at a time. So if I was going to go and pick a video like this one and hit open, then this gets applied to this part. So that easy to upload any of these. And I can upload multiple at a time too. So even if I was going to add a scene, if I go and select this time, if I go and select maybe this MP3 and just this picture here, if I hit open, notice that here is the image right here that it uploaded, because this is where the my playhead was, and this is the music that just got uploaded at the same time. So if you're uploading any of this stuff, you can do that option, but most of the time today, I'll just be using the Adobe Media provided, and makes it easy for you to follow along as well. All right, let's go ahead and just grab some more videos, and I'll stay with my animal themes here. I'll just go from animal, and I'm gonna go and grab this one here. So I'm just gonna click on it, gets added to my scene. You can see as I play, there it is. And all the trimming, I can do what I showed you before. If I click on it, notice that this went away, all the editing. If I click on the video again, it opens it up. So sometimes, at first I was like, how do we open this again? But you just click on the video clip and all this editing comes right back up. So what I want to show you here is just layers. So if I go and wanted to add another video on top of this, take a look at how easy they make this. So if I go to media, and let's say this bear here is, actually I'll go with this one right here. So if I just click this once, and I'm on this clip already, click it, it just added it here on top. So let's see what it looks like right here. So if I go and just hit play, notice I have two videos at once playing here, just like that. So it's like picture in a picture, really quick to add. And if I have this one selected, I can move it around. I can make it larger if I want. And then I have all the options over to the left, what I want to do. If I wanted to slow this down or speed it up, I can go ahead and do that. But what I really like is the crop. I just want to point out the remove the background. If you're on a premium, you'll be able to remove the background, but on the free version, you don't have that option. So if I go to crop though, if I want a design around it, it's very simple to use. So if I was just picking this oval one, and then I can select where I want it to be, and if I click off of it, now I have a video on top and it's cropped to that shape. So just like that, and I can still go back. As soon as I click on it, I can edit it and move it around. If you want to make it more see-through, I can change the opacity here, bring it down. Also, take a look at the different effects. And now this isn't anything, this is on all the video clips here, but we can go to the effects if you wanted to color something. So notice if I hit it green, it will be green. Control Z, I can undo that as well, or go back up to none. We do have different effects, even if I wanted to have it walking the other way. So notice I can click it and now it's flipped the other way. I could make it large and fill the video. There's adjustments. So if you wanted to change how bright, the color, all the detail on here, you can make those adjustments. They are just making this so easy to make changes. Even with animation, how do I want this to come in? So on in, I can say, do I want it to bungee? And then on, do I want it to be looping? Or maybe on out, I just want it to drift. So now if I go back and hit play, there it bungees in. And then at the end, when it leaves, if I go right to here where it ends, it should just kind of move and fade away. So just with a few clicks, I'm adding these things on top of it. And again, if you have the premium, you're going to get a few more options. This closes it. This goes back to the last step as well. The feature I really like is how you can see layers with this as well. So if I select this and it opens up my editing, look at this, show layer timing. So if I just select this, it opens it up here. Now I have some more options. I can trim this clip separately from the other clip, and I can also place it somewhere else on the timeline so I can move it forward. So now if I just click off of it, it's going to appear at the different spot where I moved it to. So again, everything is just so simple with drag and drop, then you can really let your creativity just go with it. If you make these changes to anything and you don't want people or you don't want yourself making a mistake and changing it after, you can go ahead and lock it. Then it kind of takes away all of these as well. So I'm just leaving this on because we're just demoing it through this. Let's go ahead and just add another clip to here. So I'm just dragging it. It added that 15-second clip after. I don't need to show the time on the top here, so it's just the one clip. I just want to point out with a couple other options here. So if you have this playing through, all those things that I showed you, you can apply just to those normal clips as well. But we can also do transitions between any video to picture, and they're right here. So if I just go back to my playhead here, and I can use the space bar to play. It just does this jump cut. Hit the space bar again and it stops. I kind of like doing it that way instead. If I hit the plus right here, I can add a scene, but I can also add a transition. So here, if I just want to do a dissolve, I'm going to select it. Now, if I just go back and hit my space bar, and it will do a nice dissolve between them. And I can change, if I click on this again, it always brings me back to the editing. Here's my preview, but do I want the duration shorter or faster? I can just adjust it on it. And I can also remove the transition, but transition's very quick to add, and we're getting all these different options here. So the last few things I just want to show you are going to be the text and the elements, how quickly, again, you can add them to make your videos much more powerful. So I have a little sequence of clips here, just a video, picture, and another video with some transitions and some audio down below. I'll just give you a little preview here. Now I want to add some text to this. So if I go to text over here, they make this so incredibly easy. I do have some kind of pre-made ones I can use, but first I just want to show you how easy it is just to start from scratch, add your text. So since my playhead is over here, this is where it's going to be added to. Add to your text. Starts off pretty basic. I'm just going to type animals in here, just like that. Now, if I click on off, and notice that now I have all the different options. I can move this around as well. I can go with the recommended. So if I click the recommended, it changes the font based on what they think. I can go back to what I had before, but I can start making my own customizations too. Is there a certain font that you want? Again, pay attention to what has the premium on it and which one's free. So I'm going to choose this free one right here. I can make some changes if it's first of all to the color. The fill is right here. So I can go and pick a different color. So if it was going to be of these ones recommended or maybe a custom, I can start making some changes from here. But I can also use the this right here, the picker. And if I select, well, maybe I want it to be the color of right here, and it matches that one. Or maybe I want it to be the color of this screen. So you can see how you get close to a certain area on it. I'm going to go Control Z, just back to that last one in white. I can also put an outline around it. Right now it's transparent. So if I go and click a different color, maybe I want a custom, I could go to a yellow here, or maybe even a red. We'll see, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to just go choose that. I can make it wider. Oh, I have it on the wrong color here. So if I go back, I'll just change it to this one. Right, then you can see it around the thickness. I changed it here. If I go back up to some of these other options, these are pretty self-explanatory, but we can do some quick things, like if we wanted to arch it, and I can move this around on here or put it back default. Lots of different things you can play with. We can change how see-through it is, just like with any of the other videos. Plus, we have all these text effects that I've showed you before where we can add it to photos or videos. We can add all these things quickly by a click. So this one actually is through the AI, creating text effects. That, again, take a look at the different video I have on that one. But we can add a shadow. There's a shadow added. We can try some different ones to see what we like from it. And if you want, you notice that there's the color recommendations there as I just turned it to white so you can see it. We can go back. So all these different options here that you can quickly add your text. Another way, I just want to point out, we can edit how long it plays for. So since I have the show layer timing, if I don't want it to play for the whole clip of the first video, I can make this much shorter. So it's only going to appear right there. And then I can still add different animation to it as well, just like I showed you before with the clip. So if you wanted it to bounce in or fade in or different things like that. So I'm just going to close this. I want to add one more text really quickly. I'm going to bring my playhead over here. Take a look at all these different ones that they have that you can add. So I'll just pick this one right here, World's Best Mom. I'll click it. It gets added to this, but you can still make changes to it just like before. So if I was going to just add, I'm going to select in there and just type animal. And I can go and size this to make it fit as well. I can move it so it's in alignment. I can size this a little bit better so it fits in there. So all these different things that I can do and I can go through and make all the same edits that I showed you before. And then all these different options here that they have, that these were already set up through the different animation. So if I go and just play this, again, I can shorten this a little bit from either end, and then it comes on like that. So simple ways to add text to your video. I'm going to close this, and the last thing I just want to show you before we export this is to go to elements. So elements, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. These are just objects you can place in them. So if we wanted to look, let's say just for this right here, organic forms, if I go view all, and I'm just going to pick this one, and you plop it in. You can move it around, change the size, pay attention to any of the effects that you can add. If you don't want it, you can just simply hit delete and it's gone. Go back and look for different objects that you might want to put on. So lots of different ones that you can place on here, and then you can edit for how long you want to play with. Now that you know the basics of editing in Adobe Express, try playing with the templates, and this can save you a bunch of time. If you go to templates, take a look, and again, make sure if you're using the free version to try to stay away from the premium ones, and just take a look at the different ones available. So what it does for you, if I was going to go ahead and let's say this template and just add this one here. So it went and added different text on it. I could go and edit this, so I could go ahead and just hit play and see what it is. Maybe I like the way that the text comes out, so I could go through and make changes to the name. So if I was going to put my name here, I could go ahead and do that very easily. And now I could change the name down here, the color, all those things I showed you before. And I could actually put a different video here as well. So if I had a video of myself, I could replace this one. So you could use the templates just to speed everything up. And you can take a look at all the different layers that you can kind of select in this one. So if I was looking for a certain, this one is the text in here. If I selected this one is the logo up top. And this one is the video. So just different ways to speed up your creation using the templates, especially if you know the project that you want and you take a look at these and you have one you like, why reinvent the wheel on it? So let's say you're all done your video. We have some transitions in this one. We have some text, and I just want to export it. We can go up to our download. And so just so you know, if you had any clips in here that was part of the premium ones, it would not let you download it. So you would know it by if it had the Adobe watermark in it, but you wouldn't be allowed to download it. So if you're having problems downloading it, you probably put a premium clip on it. So I'm going to go MP4, 1080p, hit download, and then it's just going to go ahead, starting to download from there. It won't take too much time. So it downloaded. I'm just going to look up top here. It only took about a minute. Here it is, Untitled MP4. I forgot to actually even change the name on this. If I go over here prior, so if I was just going to change this to something else, I could change it up here, and now it's called Demo. So I just wanted to make sure that if you want to change the name, it's that simple. But if I go ahead and open up this one that we created here, and I'm just going to let it play, we have our lion. We have some text that comes up. We're going to have a little bit of transition between the different clips, and we have our music playing in the background too. So it's very simple to use all of this here in a matter of just dragging and dropping. Lots of fun to play with, and I'm using the free version. Let me know what you think about this as a video editor. Thanks for watching this time on Teachers Tech. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.